Global warming is a major problem caused by manufacturing plants, transportation means, and many other things. Pollution of the oceans and large bodies of water through waterways also results in death of the aquatic life. Paper is one commodity you can't do without, especially if you work in an office. Trees are being cut down in order to make paper, hereby destroying animal habitats and exposing them to predators or external factors that will greatly reduce their lifespan. We are going to take a look at green inventions and alternatives to conventional material that may cause harm to our environment. Forward-thinking environmentalists are rising to the occasion and contributing their quota to make the world a better place. This is a top 10 list of inventions that are saving the world and trying to preserve humans as a species. Some of these inventions are still in the developmental or trial stages, but they give us hope that Earth might still be conducive for us to live in if we keep taking care of it. Number 1. Edible SixPack rings. SixPack rings are usually made with plastic. Plastic is a danger to our environment because it doesn't decompose. When disposed of into animal habitats such as bodies of water, for example, it can kill them if they ingest it. Some companies came together to develop a nifty invention that would replace the plastic rings that hold six-pack drinks together. If you are an environmentalist, you can have your six-pack of beer and be rest assured that the rings on the pack are not a threat to the environment. Saltwater Brewery at Delray Beach in Florida came together with an advertising agency, We Believers, to create the first edible beer packaging rings. This product can serve as food to animals that come across it and not cause them any harm. It is developed from barley and wheat that is left over from the brewing process of their beer. The edible rings are baked in the oven inside molds that are shaped like the beer ring. This product is not only 100% biodegradable, you can eat it if you felt like it. Number 2. Edible water bottles. Now this is fascinating. It is one invention that probably hasn't crossed your mind. Having drinkable water around is necessary, but it is usually conveyed in plastic bottles or containers that are infamously harmful to the environment. At first glance, these things look otherworldly, like you have to somehow manage the principles of water bending. These clear pods are known as UHO. They are being developed by a seaweed tech lab based in London Skipping Rocks lab. They have invented a green alternative to plastic water bottles and cups. The water is enclosed in a transparent membrane-like container that is made from seaweed extract. The UHO looks a lot like juice balls in boba tea. The best part is that you can have your water in a container that is 100% compostable, but moving on to the finer points, the containers can be flavored. You don't have to eat the skin, but most people try it out of curiosity. It is safe to eat, and the addition of flavors would be a major plus. Number 3. The Seabin Project. 2 Australian surfers turned inventors are working on a project known as the Seabin. Andrew Turton and Pete Siglinski have invented a filtering system that can make a huge difference all around the world. The Seabin is designed to set up in ports and marinas. It is a floating trash can that is powered by an onshore water pump. It filters seawater and takes out the garbage, which can then be properly disposed of. The Seabin doesn't just remove debris from the water, it is also capable of removing oils and other pollutants from water. 20 Seabins are in operation all around the world. Andrew and Pete have received orders for 2,000 more of these innovative bins. Over a longer period, the Seabin project would make a difference in our large water bodies. Number 4. Electricity from thin air. Electricity is usually generated using gas-powered plants or hydroelectric plants that are created from damming rivers. There are other sustainable ways of generating electricity that was just developed over the last century. The use of solar energy or windmill is very appreciated by environmental enthusiasts because it is clean and doesn't harm the environment. Creating electricity from thin air is new and exciting. Scientists from the University of Massachusetts Amherst claim to have created a device that can create electricity from the moisture in the air. You don't need to be outdoors for it to work. Whether you are indoor or outdoor, it can generate electricity, which is pretty amazing, right? The device absorbs water vapor from the atmosphere, which in turn reacts with protein nanowires to create an electrical current. This technology is already in use in smartwatches, and they plan to implement this same tech in smartphones next. On a larger scale, it can revolutionize the way that we approach the sustainable generation of electricity. We might be able to eliminate the use of batteries if the tech becomes stable. Number 5. Breathing buildings. This invention was brought to life by Ecologic Studio. They invented a cladding system for buildings that are algae-based. These are panels that can be attached to buildings whether old or new, and the panels suck up unfiltered and polluted air from the streets. The living algae in the panels capture the CO2 in the air, then release photosynthesized oxygen. In urban areas where there are CO2 sinks, this would work just fine to reduce our carbon footprint on the earth. As the algae keeps growing, they are harvested and used to produce other sustainable products, making the entire life cycle of the product sustainable. 2 square meters of these panels can absorb as much CO2 as a full-grown tree. Number 6. Transparent solar cells. Solar energy is very easy to harness and is being used as a source of electricity. Solar energy is deemed to be sustainable, but the process for the production of solar panels can put a dent in that claim. The manufacturing of those panels does contribute harm to the environment. Researchers at Michigan have designed a transparent luminescent solar concentrator that just might revolutionize the future of sustainable energy. Transparent materials are deemed unfit for the production of energy because they let light pass through them instead of absorbing it. But these researchers have found a way to create transparent solar materials that can be applied to any pane of glass. You can have your windows or doors as solar panels and generate sustainable energy for yourself. This technology would be suited for skyscrapers and high-rise buildings that use a lot of glass. It would also be monumental in sustainable forms of transport like electric cars and trains. Number 7. Air ink pens. All the air around us is polluted with poison, and inventor Anirudh Sharma has found a way to reduce the pollution and convert it into something more productive. Anirudh is the founder of Air Ink. He invented a pollution-filled pen that uses the pollution in the air as a resource. A cartridge like those in printers is fixed to cars and used to collect carbon soot from their exhaust. Then, heavy metals and toxins are removed from the soot by the team that produces this pollution-filled pen. What is left is raw carbon, which is then processed and converted into quality black ink that is sold in a pen-like container. The invention is pretty ingenious, and one Air Ink pen contains about 40 to 45 minutes of car pollution. It writes like a normal pen and is perfectly safe to use. Number 8. The never-ending notebook. The process of making paper hurts trees, but if you still prefer handwriting on real paper instead of going digital, you can purchase the Rocketbook Everlast. This book is a 36-page notebook that you can't run out of because you can wipe the pages clean with a damp cloth. It reduces the amount of paper that you use and saves some trees in some forest somewhere. If you purchase an Earth Edition, a tree will be planted on your behalf. Number 9. Smart Trash Bin. This invention is fun and innovative. It is known as the Tetra Bin. It is a standard garbage can that has an interactive surface. This bin was created in a bid to encourage people to throw away their trash appropriately. In the trash can, you can have motion sensors that can identify when garbage enters the bin, and then when the garbage enters the bin, fun animations are displayed on the body of the garbage can. For example, you can see a chicken leg flying into the mouth of a hungry dog. Now, while it's fun, it works. It is designed to motivate people to throw away their trash in the appropriate places more often. Number 10. Organic burial pods. Every year, 4 million acres of trees are cut down to make wood for caskets. Cemeteries are a grave business because we are destroying another habitat just to bury the dead. 2 Italian artists have found a way to make burials more productive to the environment. The answer is organic burial pods, or better still, the capsule mundi. These pods are 100% biodegradable, and they allow the human body to become the seed of a new tree. So when we die, we bring about a new life and pass some good to the environment. The tree that grows in your stead can serve as a memorial to your life and would make more sense than some inanimate concrete slab. All of these inventions would in the long run literally make the world a better place.